Rappers do a lot of interviews throughout their career, whether it's for album promo, just got invited on the show, growing their name, or to speak on recent situations and more. However, sometimes the hosts or interviews can ask questions which rappers don't want to be asked, or there's a tension between the artist and the interviewer. Well, any of these reasons can cause the rapper to walk out of the interview, so let's take a look at some rappers who have walked out of interviews. Migos. At the BET Awards, DJ Academics and Joe Budden were interviewing the Migos when tension built up between Joe Budden and the Migos. What happened was Joe Budden didn't like the interview between them and the Migos, so he wanted the interview to wrap up because he wasn't enjoying interviewing them. Then the tension built up after he mentioned wrapping up the interview and Migos were ready to fight. Check the clip.
With you being left off bad and bougie.
I ain't left off bad and bougie. You think I'm left off bad and bougie?
Say again?
You say I'm left off bad and bougie?
What'd you say?
You say I'm left off bad and bougie?
Yeah.
Do it look like I'm left off bad and bougie?
What'd you say?
Do it look like I'm left off bad and bougie?
Nah. I mean, that's one thing I like about the group, because ever since when you were in jail, even though you might see one or the other, y'all move as a collective.
All right, we got to wrap this up, though.
Okay. Oh, my bad. I be trying to jump.
I couldn't
wrap
hear
it up
anything
then.
over there too. Close it.
Close it.
Hey, listen, man, I wish I could talk to the Migos longer, man. It's one of my favorite groups. I've been covering for so long. I'm glad they succeeded, man.
Hey, man, you guys are nominated tonight. Have a good show.
Hold on. Wait. No. Wait.
Where's their security guard?
Chill.
Couple weeks after the interview, Joe Budden spoke out and said that his reaction was a bit unconventional and that he didn't want to interview the Migos because he had never seen a good Migos interview. So he thought this one was also going to be bad.
Is the mic drop on Migos when you were interviewing them? Why drop the mic, Joe?
That was a bit unconventional.
Yeah.
It was.
But your whole body language,
it
looked like you ain't even want to talk to
I
them.
didn't want to talk to the Migos.
Why?
I've never seen a good Migos interview.
But from everyone else's point of view, it seemed like he was getting annoyed at DJ Academic showing Migos a lot of love. So he wanted to wrap it up because he was getting annoyed. Kodak Black. Kodak Black was having an interview at the Hot 97 studio where he was going to promote his upcoming album, Dying to Live. However, things were awkward from the start with weird topics being brought up, and it went wrong when about 15 minutes into the interview, Ebro Darton, the host of the morning show at Hot 97, brought up an alleged sexual assault case that Kodak was fighting at the time. Kodak didn't want to speak on the case, so the subject got changed to moon landing conspiracies, which Kodak found odd. Then Ebro brought up the case again and said that Kodak seems upset about it, so Kodak said his piece, chose to walk out of the interview.
Looking at all your cases and everything you've been through, and I know the recent one right now is very sensitive, and with respect to, everybody involved in that case, we can't get into details today. But, we take sexual assault here serious, and we can't, get into details, but we hope, to have you back so we can have a deeper conversation about that because, this is a serious topic, and we're hearing these stories a lot.
One thing we were talking about on the show today that for some reason I just have a hunch that you would care about is the idea that landing on the moon was a conspiracy. Kodak, do you believe that our moon landing in 1969 actually took place?
What the fuck y'all talking about?
You seem upset that I brought it up.
I feel like sometimes when niggas like be going through shit, like y'all be entertained by bullshit. You know what I'm talking about?
Mm-hmm.
So it's like change the subject. I'm finna walk out.
We'll change which subject?
Just whatever. Like,
well, they tried to change the subject. They was talking about the moon landing.
That's bullshit too. So talk about something else.
Well, I was saying, I think...
We don't have to talk about nothing else. We could be done right here.
All right, I'm gone. Say less.
Well, that's a bummer.
I don't know. People don't tell me what to talk about on my show.
As he walks out, you can hear Ebro saying that he won't have Kodak tell him what to talk about. Gucci Mane. Gucci was having an interview at iPower 92.1 back in 2010. This was at the time when Gucci and Waka Flocka Flame had fallen out for unknown reasons. During the interview, there was a break midway, and near the end of the break, one of the interviewers told Gucci that the next question will be about the Waka Flocka beef. And minutes before they were about to go on the air again, Gucci decided to walk out without saying a word.
Brown shirt? Yeah, because I got somebody to send out to me. Alright, well, they're coming back here to do it. No, the dude over here, the dude that was sitting right here, he said, I got something I need to send by a certain time. Alright, well, do that then. Yeah. We're about to go back on the air right now. Dog, what the hell? What the hell was that?
The following year, the two artists dropped a project together, which led fans into thinking the beef was squashed. However, in 2013, Gucci confirmed him and Waka ain't cool, and then it came out that they fell out over business disagreements and contract issues. Wiz Khalifa. Wiz got fooled into doing a fake prank interview with a Danish reporter, where the interviewer was being stupid, got Wiz confused with 50 Cent, didn't know which country he was from, and etc. Basically, Wiz didn't find this really funny, so he cut the interview early. And honestly, I'm not surprised because it wasn't even that funny.
Thanks, bro.
It's called Only Niggas in First Class.
Yep.
Did you have any concerns using the N-word?
Nah, not really.
The reason I ask is that some of my niggas might find it offensive. I'm joking. We obviously don't have any black people in Denmark.
For real? It's not?
No. Only Nigga in First Class. Is that a tribute to Jay-Z? In one of your hits you sing, "The bigger the bill, the harder the balls." What does spending money has to do with, you know,
your balls?
The balls?
I was actually saying the bigger the bill, the harder you ball.
Oh.
Like balling.
It makes much more sense. Here in Denmark, most people still know you from your smash hit In the Club. Can you tell me the story about that hit?
What song is that?
Like, you see me in the club is full of balls. Isn't that how it goes?
That's not me.
Isn't it you? Oh, that's embarrassing. Okay, I just think we should move on.
Yeah, totally.
You're originally from Pittsburgh?
Yeah.
How was it growing up in Canada?
You act like a dumbass again.
Dumbass?
Yeah.
Oh, it's just because, you know, Pittsburgh, they have this hockey team that you like.
That's not Canada.
Now, I thought ice hockey was in Canada.
Like, you know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
But you don't know shit.
We kind of have the same style.
No, because I know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, but you know.
Cut this dude off, man.
It's over. Interview's over.
I also really have to go now.
You do have to go now.
But it was, you know.
Bye.
There's nothing.
Have a nice day. Yeah.
The end part was quite funny when he said, "Okay, I have to go," but other than that, it wasn't really thought through and it just seemed a bit awkward. Gucci Mane again. In this interview, he didn't walk out, but things did get awkward. And there was so much tension, it would have been better for one of the people to walk out. It was in 2016 on The Breakfast Club with Angela Yee, Charlamagne the God, and DJ Envy. This was just after he was released from prison. About 15 minutes into the interview, he dropped a claim that Angela Yee, who was one of the hosts at Breakfast Club, tried to hook up with him back in the day. This made the interview quite awkward. It all started when they mentioned Gucci was quite intimidating in the first interview they did back in 2013. And Angela Yee said she wasn't really intimidated. This is when Gucci proceeds to say she was intimidated in a different way, and then follows up saying she tried to hook up with him.
Hey, you smash Angela Yee, Gucci?
Okay.
Of course not.
Wait, said of course not.
I'm saying, come on, guys.
She done tried. Okay.
She done tried.
She was on my dick back then.
Oh, okay.
That is a lie.
I'm not lying.
No, we was cool. I was not on your dick. Stop
You
it.
used to be texting me what hotel you was at.
That is a lie. That never. You must got me confused with somebody else.
You remember when we did that interview a long time ago with Melissa Ford and all that? And you was calling
Gucci
me.
got a good
That
memory.
you definitely, no.
Serving shit. Stop it.
That definitely was not me.
I don't know who it was,
I
then.
put my life on that.
Let us know in the comments what you think about the rappers mentioned and if we missed anyone that should have been in the video. Take care, y'all.